Alright, check 1 2, check 1 2. My throat might be in trouble because I ate not too long ago, and that doesn't usually bode well for whenever I have to talk a lot. But anyway, how's it going, guys? Welcome, welcome. Hey, Tactician Chance, welcome. Ryuki, welcome, welcome. How's it going, guys? We are back with another stream of Girls Frontline 2. But unlike most other Girls Frontline 2 streams that we've done so far, we have no story today. Well, no event to do. We've caught up on all our chapters, so that's kind of a weird feeling. So I'm kind of like trying to figure out, hey, do I keep going with this, or do I do something else with this? Or it was also suggested we could also go back to Girls Frontline 1 and look at the story of that, but holy crap, I looked at the story of that from the very beginning, and that's gonna take forever. And I don't know if I want to do a story viewer stream of every single little bit of Girls Frontline 1 story. There's just too much. There's just way too much. And I think recently, just this week, we got in Girls Frontline 1, I think part 1 or part 2 of the final 3 chapters of the first game. So that's also a weird feeling in and out of itself right there. Finally caught up to this story. Sorry to miss them live. Don't worry about it. Not everyone can make it at the same time. Hey, heck, even right now, I'm missing a stream that I want to watch. There's a stream I want to watch, and they just so be happening to like stream at the same time I am. It's like, really? God. Okay, fine. I'll just watch the VOD later, and then procrastinate more on the projects I've been trying to do. I literally have projects that's like stacked so high, just because I'm like trying to watch VODs of people I want to watch, as well as I can't like watch VODs / listen to VODs and work at the same time if I'm gonna be doing video editing stuff. It just doesn't work very well. If I'm doing like programming or writing, it's a little bit easier, but not when I'm video editing, because I also have to like watch and listen on the other stuff that I have to do. I swear, I feel like the only way I'm gonna be able to do everything I want to do is if I quit my job. And unrelated to that, I'm so close to wanting to do that, just because of how frustrating everything's been this past month. Historically speaking, February has been the toughest month for me in recent years. I don't know what's up with that. I don't know what's up with February being just a bad luck month in general, but that's basically how I feel. And even if I finish through this month, there's still things later down the year that I'm trying to figure out. Should I go through with it? Should I not go through with it? And it's a lot. It's a lot. And I mean, in the back of my mind, I'm thinking, 6 years down this year, there's some things I need to do, or at least make a decision of. And technically speaking, six months is quite a while, right? Quite a while. But if I really think about it, 6 months is not that long, because of how just how time passes by. Or at least feels like it passes by. I blink, and then suddenly 3 months is gone. I blink again, and another 2 months is gone, and then I have to make a decision very, very quickly. So it's like, gosh darn it. So I'm a bit frazzled because of that. Just in general, mentally frazzled about everything. But I'll make it through it somehow. I have to. Otherwise, I don't know. I would actually go crazy eventually. The coffee scene in chapter 8 makes me cry as I watch others play. It's definitely a lot to take in. If you're just kind of speeding through the story, it might not sink in as much. So I did have to absorb it a little bit. At least seeing where she's coming from with the Dusty Journal stuff helps a lot. If you didn't do the Dusty Journal stuff, I'm not sure if it would sink in as easily. Because all you can really see there is someone who's basically gone crazy. For revenge, basically. And you kind of wonder where the heck it's coming from. A little bit. It's like there's less of a personal connection there, unless you probably read the journal. Otherwise, it's like, yeah, okay, her medical team got attacked, and because of that, she's gone on a rampage. PTSD induced rampage, and she still kind of is going through it. But at least, you know, we kind of snapped her out of the rage mode portion, or at least deadly, scary, serious portion, because that wasn't fun. That was kind of scary, not gonna lie. It's like, you're still kind of mad about a lot of stuff. Is there anything we can do about this? Not really. Not until the end of chapter 8 anyway. And the whole revenge thing is still on the plate, but at least, you know, she's calmed down quite a bit compared to chapters 7 and 8. I don't think she was quite there yet in 6, but it was getting close. Didn't read the journal, still enjoyed it. Then watched your Reddit. It did enhance it. Yeah, reading the journal did enhance it. So, speaking of journal stuff, there's a whole lot of, well, maybe not in the character archive, but for Mayling in particular, I'm only aware that she has her like, what do you call it, her story over here in the character archive. And I guess some journal logs. Oh wait, that's not what I want to do. But she has some journal logs as well as story stuff here. So we're gonna go through this later. Well, we're gonna go through this today. But gonna yap a little bit more before we get into it. I don't know how long it's gonna take, to be honest. I don't know how long that's gonna take. But that's quite a bit of reading, if I'm not mistaken. So we'll take our time. Anyway, how have you guys been doing this past week or so? Anyway, I just tabbed out here because I just wanted to show you guys something. Like this, where is it? Which one was it? This showed up in my timeline today on Twitter, and not gonna lie, this is some weird stuff happening in the real world. Like I know we're like trying to make human like androids and stuff like that, and this one has like almost the same muscle structure-ish as a human. And while we're not quite at T-dolls or anything like that yet, nothing sexy like that, though this is very much male. As someone pointed out, we're basically making Strelets, which is a enemy unit from Paradeus in the first Girls Frontline game, and it looks pretty. It looks pretty similar. It looks pretty similar, minus the gun. I'm not exactly sure if Strelets are humanoid or machine, but it's pretty close. It's pretty close. I don't know what they plan to do with this, but if they're using this as like stand-in soldiers in the future, I can definitely see it happening. Got reverse collapse recently. Wasn't expecting stealth mechanics. Reverse collapse. Yes. I think the most annoying thing that people have mentioned with reverse collapse is the stealth mechanics. And when you go into stealth mechanic mode, there's really only one or two valid answers. Otherwise, you just kind of screw up the entire thing. So just be mindful of that. Just be mindful of that. There is a way to go about it. I mean, keep in mind that the devs really like their what do you call this? Their Metal Gear influences. Like the whole of Girls Frontline is basically heavily Metal Gear influenced. And then and then you have stealth mechanics in reverse collapse. But it's it definitely it's not bad once you get used to it, but there's gonna be, it's not like a one-off thing. It's gonna come up again and again and again. And just when you think things are bad in the game, they get worse. And I don't mean mechanically. I mean like what you go through in the story. So have fun with that. Have fun with that. How long did I take to beat that? Let me double check. I think I took reverse collapse. Where's my record? I took about 112 hours to beat it. Now, I didn't 100% everything, but I did the main story and a, what do you call this? An extra mode in the game. So all in all, about almost 113 hours, which is quite a bit. Quite a bit. But yes, lots of stuff there. Really feels attacker oriented, so defense is hard. I would say turtling in reverse collapse is not the best way to play it. I wouldn't say it's attack oriented, but you have to be smart with your attacks and setup. That is what I found when I did it. Yes. I think the thing that's maybe kind of sucky, maybe not really that bad, depending on how you look at it. Ranking does kind of sort of matter when you go through the game, but I think you have maps you can grind in, which I didn't really use that much. And eventually you hit the level cap anyway, just going through the game. So grinding really isn't a thing. Yeah. But it is something that you have to be aware of, I guess, as you go through. Couldn't believe when I finished chapter 1 for the game to tell me there's something hidden every level. Something hidden every level. I don't remember that, to be honest. There are some things you need to find for later. That's all I can say about it right now. That's all I can say about it right now. But I do have a VOD for the entire playthrough that I did, and I think I actually have them marked in chapters. So if you want references of what I did, you can always look at those VODs and check the chapters for that. I think I marked them very clearly, if it's before a fight, after a fight, and which story portion it is specifically. So yes, there we go. They say attack oriented because snipers kind of get effed over the fact that the enemy will get in your range on their turn, so sniping is a challenge. Yes, I think you're right, but you can see the attack range and movement range of everyone, including yourself. So plan around that. Definitely plan around that. Was there a hidden collectible in the tutorial level? Yeah, about the hidden collectible in the tutorial level. Don't worry about it right now, but you do need to find it later for something. That's all I say. And there's an easy way to find it later. Just don't worry about it until you actually have to get to it. Don't worry about it until you have to get to it. Unless you're just hell-bent on trying to get everything as you go, which I do not recommend. I just don't recommend it. you'll have more tools to deal with things later anyway, so it'll make things easier. But yeah, I guess there really hasn't been any news, Girls Frontline wise, except for the new story chapter in Girls Frontline 1. I think the K2 fever dream has come and not really passed, but it's still there. I do see the maid outfit once in a while pop through, but I think it's been like 2 or 3 weeks since that's happened. So yeah. So maybe soon we'll get another chapter or event in CN, and then that'll be the next thing in the next week or two. We'll see. We'll see. In the meantime, I think our next story event isn't really until, I think, next week. Let me double check. When is the next thing? So this one ends in a little bit less than 6 days. So we have, I think, a thing that's coming out next week. I don't know if we're getting a new chapter just yet. We are probably getting G36, and we're hoping to get chapter 9 on top of that. So we'll have more stuff later. In the meantime, I've been trying to like go through some of these combat sims. I haven't touched the peak value assessment in a while. I should try to clear wave 5 eventually. I just don't feel like it. I don't feel like it. It just takes too long. In the meantime, I have been trying to at least get through this boss fight, and I got pretty close. That second part's a little rough though, not gonna lie. I did see this, and I haven't tried doing these yet, so I should do that at some point. Eliminate the bosses, and these are what, level, oh crap, I need 3 squads. Are you serious? 3 squads for each one of these? Yeah, I don't think I'm there yet. I'm too weak for this. I'm too weak for this. I need to level up more dolls. And I am not quite there yet. I have like 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, not really 10. Sabrina, I got her shotgun through the trade exchange. I got enough tickets for that. But I need to get everyone up. I need to get everyone's attachments. I need to get everyone's weapons. This thing, the neural helix stuff, so much farming. So much farming, but I feel like it's not too bad considering I don't really have a whole lot to work on. But there's also a lot of I guess I do have a ton of access keys. I should use my access keys. I haven't been using my access keys. So there is farming I could do, I just haven't really done it. Found one by accident because there was a Roman arena looking thing. Oh yeah. I think there was also one in the bridge stage in chapter 1 too. So gave up on the game modes. Need every girl to level 60 now. Yep. Once you get to 60, things are easier, but also things get, well, that's when the grind actually starts. Getting to level 60, the first grind. The second grind is getting all the attachments and levels and neural helixes unlocked. And then once you do all that, then I guess it's like stockpiling for whoever you roll next. So that's not gonna be for a while. I do kind of wonder, how many tickets have I accumulated? 26 targeted tickets, okay. And a lot of cubes, which is gonna be a while. And I do have 57 standard banner tickets, but I think I'm gonna wait until I get at least 76 to 80 before we start rolling on this again. So it's not too long, but you know, I still need to wait a little bit. Yeah, weapons are expensive to level up compared to the girls. Guns are expensive to level up. And then even worse is getting the attachments and calibrating those. I haven't really touched my money yet, but I got 2,216,000, and I heard some people say they used 3 million just to calibrate a few, and I don't know how they got that kind of bill for calibration. So yeah, it's grinding time, but at the same time it's like, yeah, you know, it's not in a rush. I hate that we have to pull a separate banner for even the purple gun. Oh, are you talking about wait, can't you like pull purple guns for some of the girls here? Well, you can do like you can pull for certain weapons in this thing, but I think most people are going for at least V3QJ for some reason. I don't know why. I should double check why. Why are we trying to get for V3QJ? After action support, add overburn. Ah! Put Sharkery with her. Burn, burn, burn. Lots of burn. If targets inflicted with overburn, increase critical attack rate. Yeah, okay, I can see it. She doesn't even need I guess she doesn't even need crit rate. Oh no, wait, that's just for the knife attack. And the knife attack's alright, but it's not necessary. It's just that you can have Sharkery and Tolo, and then you'll have crazy follow-up attacks, basically. But yeah, purple gun shouldn't be. I mean, I guess some people still could use a purple gun. I think for Lotta, I tried giving her a gold gun, but literally her purple gun is like probably the best that she's gonna get. Because if I try to give her the battle pass gun, it's really not that great unless you're trying to reduce stability. And then if I give her Sabrina's gun, I don't think she can use it as well. This is more like a Sabrina weapon than anything. And if you, for Lotta, you really want her to do damage and a lot of damage, and the only way you're gonna do that is with her own gun. So, and the funny thing is, it's a purple gun. And the funny thing is, you can only either get in the event, or I think later on we are able to exchange for that in the shop, but it's not out yet. Any reason why Litara's passive attack counts as AoE despite not being AoE? The passive attack counts as AoE, does it? I'm not the dev, so I can't tell you why. Deals AoE physical damage equal to 50% to nearest target, even though it only hits one. It might be because of the upgrade. I think in the upgrade, deals damage to 2 nearest enemy targets, and there it's technically AoE. Technically. So it's probably because of that, and they didn't feel like changing it from single target to like AoE damage. But as long as it triggers cat assist, I guess that's really all that matters, which I need to probably work on Patria more. Because I have ignored her and didn't really think I would actually I didn't think I would actually need to use her. Because I don't know, is she really that strong? She follows up the AoE. but I don't know if she cleans up after everyone else's AoE well, is a thing. So like, yeah, I could, but should I? It counts as AoE because cover doesn't count for that, because the attack came from above. Yeah, I'm not exactly sure why. The damage type is just tag. Doesn't matter if it hits multiple targets or not. I see. So you're saying the AoE damage is because it's just a tag on it, which is still weird considering it only hits like one target. You know, but if it counts as AoE, you know, I'm not complaining. There are uses for that. It doesn't do a whole lot of damage anyway, but it does do extra effect. Anyway, I kind of want to warm up a little bit here before we get into our story reading today. Let me see. I'm gonna try to actually beat the tier 8 boss fight. I got pretty close before. Well, how much did I get? 80,000, need 96,000. And I think I need to shuffle some people around. And I'm not sure what the best way to do it is, but I feel like Vepley stays in squad 1. Tolo stays in squad 2. We're gonna have to get rid of Lotta. We're also probably gonna have to get rid of... I don't know if I want to get rid of Sabrina. I feel like I need Sabrina for the second one, but I don't think she is that useful either. So maybe we do QJ and Sharkery for DPS in squad 1. And for heals, I could be convinced to do Coffee. Sadly, I can't use supports here, so I have to use what I got. Wawa in squad 2, and I guess Cheetah for heals. But also, wait. I think the second fight has a lot of buffs I need to clear. So that's... wait, hold up. Do you have water weakness? You do not have water weakness. That's why I put Sabrina in there. That's why I put Sabrina in there. But... I think QJ clears out buffs, right? So I kind of want to put QJ there. QJ's throwing knife always counts as AoE even without the multi-hit key. Only hits the... No, I think... No, the... What do you call this? The knife hits more than one target. It's just after the first target. I think the damage is reduced. Which kind of makes sense. It kind of makes sense at that point. We're tackling bosses. We're going to be tackling one boss before we read Mayling's story. Only when you have the key on. Speaking of which, I need to double check her keys. I got all her keys recently and I forgot to equip the important stuff. Okay, what do we have here? Modified Guide to Victory deals damage to all enemy targets within 8 tiles. Oh, okay, so there's the key that you were talking about. Uninstall, we don't need this. One support mode, defense down 2, we'll keep that. Before support action, cleanse 1 buff, we'll keep that. 3 points of confectant start the battle, we do not need that. Before support, not that one. When under the effect of support boost, gain immunity to displacement. Who uses that? When phase weakness is exploited, using active skill, Common Rail. Common Rail, I think is that S1, right? Common Rail, S1. I don't know if I want to... I don't know if... it's alright. It's alright. Maybe we'll use it. A little torn. I shouldn't be, but I am a little torn. Increased damage, attack defense, crit rate. Let's get rid of this one. Put her key in here. The out of turn key. Should be good for now. Sharkery. Need to update her keys. I know there's a common key here that I just switched out. Where the heck is it not? Oh, here it is. Health boost. Either one of these, I guess. Let's get... Where is that key? Change out. Okay, who else needs a key? You know what, Coffee? I'm gonna give you a key. It's at VZ. I think she's a V0. I want to say she's a V0. Haven't been lucky enough to get another copy. Let me double check. QJ, are you at V0 or V1? You are still at V0. I thought she was at least V1. That's the next thing we're gonna be working on eventually. Once we have enough tickets. Alright. I already leveled up everyone that I could. Yeah, I went for Tolo first. I didn't realize how much better QJ was to level up. That's on me. That is on me. Let's see. Sharkery, do we need to grab your stuff? No, we don't. Ksenia. Oh, wait. I can put Ksenia in the first squad. Alright, let's try that. At least the first boss is somewhat easy. Second boss is the annoying one. Alright, I do need... Let's put Ksenia, let's put Sharkery. And I need one more DPS here. I need a healer for squad 2. That's gonna be Cheetah. Let's also put QJ. And that should do it for squad 2. That should do it for squad 2. Now the thing with squad 1 is I don't know who to put in here. I could possibly put Mozin for the extra little damage. Wait, hold up. Macchiato. Crap. I kind of want Macchiato in squad 2 for the damage, but... Should we put her in squad 1 instead? Should we put Wawa in squad 1 instead? I feel like I'm gonna regret it regret not putting her in squad 2. If we had enough room for like one more character in each squad, this would be so much easier. But no, we don't. Did the same thing with my Tolo, does more work than my QJ. Just wanted to know if Sharkery combo was ready. Yeah, fair. But the thing with QJ is she goes in any team. So that's I think that's the main reason why people want to level her up. And I can see why. I feel like I should change out. I feel like I should change out Wawa in squad 1. That's a lot of DPS already. Squad 2 needs a lot more DPS, but this is probably good. I think the main thing with squad 2 that I need is the debuff cleanse, the buff cleanse, because that boss buffs itself like crazy. And I didn't really have a buff cleanser, and I think QJ is my next best thing. Ideally, I want Vepley in squad 2, but I need Vepley in squad 1 as the runner for the mini game, which is I wish there was a better option for that. Anyway, let's give this a try. Let's give this a shot. I feel like there's too much DPS in Squad 1, but we'll see. Alright, hold up here. Oh, clicked out of the game. Come back. If you have Papasha built a little more, she would be great for the armor box boss, since you can have the bot tank the box. Good idea. She is slated to be leveled up because I think she's also used in Gunsmoke, but I don't have resources yet, so I'm gonna have to wait on it. All right, I think this is good. We'll go with that. Hey G&G, welcome. How's it going? All right. Okay. What does Vepley have to deal with? Ah, crap. Spiders. Not the worst thing. Not the worst thing, but still. And this is why we have her in Squad 1, so she can be the runner. If she didn't do this, we would be in trouble. Heat recovery, blazing assault 2, and deals burn damage. What is heat recovery? Actually? They don't give you any details on what heat recovery is. Is heat recovery just an extra status stack that you just have to manage? When under the effects of heat recovery or blazing assault, stability damage is increased by 1. When do we get to play as a tank? Apparently, apparently you can play as a tank in a relationship. What do you call this? In a relationship quest, if you level up the girls' relationships enough, which is kind of funny. And the tank is like super OP. But you can only use it in certain maps. Eventually though, I'm hoping we get that thing like in the first game where you actually do have a tank. As well as a heavy ordnance squad. That would be nice. I'm just thinking about this. Am I hitting? Nope, I am not hitting any weakness on this thing. Ah. But we are shredding the defense like crazy, so I guess that's something. Yeah, this is gonna be kind of rough. But Wawa's here for the damage, so I guess it doesn't matter. Right, I do still have to heal. Would literally be in trouble if I didn't. Okay, Wawa, we're gonna have to move you over so that you can get the deer over there. Yeah, we're not gonna shoot the deer, but we should. I think we need to heal her. 1 allied, 6 tiles. 2 points stability index and applies heat recovery. It target's HP is fully restored after healing blazing assault. Oh crap, hold up. Oh wait, no, she can heal. I thought she couldn't. Because she had the congestion debuff. Alright, we're good. Can we shoot from here? I think we can. Yes, we can. I thought it would be too far. Okay, run! And now Vepley can help. Oh crap, did I lose a shield? Oh crap, I lost a shield. Wawa, you're in trouble. Oh, you're in trouble. Okay, we need to get rid of the deer. How do we get rid of the deer and not get caught in the AoE? This will not work. Hold up. Who wants to shoot the deer? Not you. Oh, that's not quite enough. Not quite enough, but... try. No. That didn't work as well as I thought it would. Okay, focus on the boss. Focus on the boss. Let's get a little bit closer. No, wait, stay back there, Shargri. It's gonna be bad if you get hit. Okay, follow up. Okay, and then where do we put Wawa so she doesn't get hit? Back here. Hey Panzer, welcome. We're doing a little bit of a boss fight first before we get to Mayling's story. Oh crap. Do we go all in on the boss, or do we have Vepley help out with the mini game? Let's see. Oh wait, there's a diner gate there. As long as the Goliath doesn't move, I think we'll be okay. Alright, I am inclined to focus in on the boss over here. Blazing Assault, burn damage. We'll do it all. To shred the stability so that Wawa can get through that. You need to heal the diner gate to complete it to send your healer. Wait, send the healer? I think I'm gonna ignore that for now. You know why? Because this thing is so close to dead. I'll take my chances. I'll take my chances. We just have to kill this thing in 2 or 3 turns. And we'll be golden. We're so close. We're so close. We can do it. We can get it next turn. We don't even have to do the minigame. Literally the only reason this squad is even alive. The only reason why this squad is even alive is because of Wawa. If it weren't for her, we would all be dead. Alright. Let's do this first. It seems unnecessary, convoluted. Yeah. I don't know why they did this, but I think they kind of just wanted to... I don't know. They're doing some weird MMO mechanics with some of the bosses. And it seems a little out of place. But it is what it is. Anyway, this boss is done. And we don't even have to do the second thing. The second mechanic thingy. Okay. Now for the annoying part. Time for the actual annoying part. Alright. Who goes where? Who goes where? I think the worst part here is there's a buff here that you have to worry about. There's also ads. The machine gun's probably the worst ad. The defense one isn't as bad. What else is it? I feel like I need one more character here. I just don't know what to do. Oh yeah, the worst part is you can't let the same person get hit twice in a row. Otherwise, they will die 100%. Squad 2 is almost lower accurate, just the wrong shotgun. AA-12. Isn't AA-12 coming in the future? We haven't seen her in, like, the game, but she has been teased. So that's something. Okay. This is literally the same, what do you call this? The same boss in other boss stages, minus the annoying bit where you actually have to worry about other things. Yeah, insta-kill anything is a terrible. Don't know why they did it, but they did it. Okay. Okay, we'll get him later. I'm kind of tempted to. Yeah, let's just go all in the boss. Shred that defense. Get some damage in. Like, even at level 60, this is a tough fight just because I don't think I have the right setup. Alright, what else can we do here? I kind of want to get rid of this guy, but maybe I'll save it for later. We can have Cheetah get rid of the defense guy, the shield guy. Yeah, I think that'll be better. Ouch. Okay, who's this one gonna attack? Ah, that's who you picked. Interesting. Oh, I hate this. Okay. So this is a time when we try to remove some buffs off this thing. I think. Does it even have buffs? Gain defense up 3. Has a lot of buffs, I think. Yeah, I wish I could see your buffs, but I think he has a lot of stuff on it. Okay, Cheetah, we're gonna need to move you a little bit closer to the boss so that you get hit. Let's get rid of this guy. Oh wait, hold up. Rewind, actually rewind. Because this thing's gonna do like a gigantic AoE, and we need to be a little bit further from it. 1, 2, 3, so maybe around here. Yeah, like right around there. Okay, move Sabrina away from the boss so she doesn't get hit. Actually, you know what? I kind of want to use this thing. Alright. QJ, you also need to get away. 1, 2, 3. I think right here is fine. Get the support. Then maybe we can start shredding the buffs. Let's see. I want to get rid of this machine gun, but I think I'm just gonna avoid it for now. 1, 2, 3. Move this way. We'll figure out another way to heal later. If you click an empty tile, you can see the buffs and debuffs in the bottom left. Oh, is it on the bottom left? I'll have to double check that. Okay. And then it does its whole BS attack. Alright, let me see if I can see your stats first before. Ah, here. Cannot be displaced. Exposed. Damn. It doesn't have any buffs on it. It doesn't have any buffs yet. I think one of its skills literally adds buffs. Or maybe it did and maybe we got rid of it. Which would be great. Okay, anyway, we gotta get out of here. So, Sabrina, are you able to get attacked again? Discipline mark. No, she still has a discipline mark on her. Wait, no, but if she moves, she should be okay, right? I hope. Because it would have been 2 turns. I hope so. Anyway, let's get water on here. I think you can still get caught. I think you'll still be okay if you get caught in this BS attack, but you will just take a whole lot of damage, which you do not need. Absolutely don't need it. Okay, this Sabrina doesn't have the discipline mark anymore. Great. QJ is gonna take damage though, because she did not get away in time. That's bad. I'm hoping she can survive it. And then we'll have her get healed by Cheetah next turn. What if I get rid of you? Nope, cannot. Let's focus on the boss. Get some points in. And if QJ dies, I'm gonna have to figure something out. Maybe move her a little bit more early in the fight. Nope. Okay, that was an insta kill. Right. We do need to move her because we do need her. Okay. Yes. Yes, let's move you downwards so you get a little bit closer to where you need to be. All right. Thank goodness for the rewind, but that attack kind of hurt. Just a little bit. Just want to see how far this team can get. Okay, Sabrina gets hit. This team is just A and Imada. It really is. I wish there was another way to get water weakness on this boss other than Sabrina. I don't think there's any other way. All right. Let's get rid of you, defense guy. Actually, no. Let me move a little bit closer. A little closer to the cover. All right, and then let's move you this way. We're gonna leave that guy alive for now. I probably shouldn't, but I will. Okay, move you not there. here. Do you actually not have a buff? I thought you have buffs. That's why we brought a debuffer. Huh. I guess not. Alright, just get out of the way of the AoE. Yeah, I guess I shouldn't really worry about this guy. He doesn't do a whole lot of damage. And the counterattack does everything I needed to do. Okay, everyone, start hiding. This is when we actually need to hide. Right here. You too. How many more support attacks do I have? Clearly, we should have brought Himari to buff the damage. Yeah, I don't think we have room for a wheelchair here though. The wheelchair probably doesn't go that fast, or maybe it does. That'd be kind of funny actually. Oh hey Tori! Thanks for dropping by. Thanks for the raid. We're doing a little boss fight here before we do the actual story thing that I got planned for today. But I hope you guys had a fun stream. I watched a little bit. I watched a little bit earlier. What is Yakuza even about? I don't even know anymore. Let's see what's going on here. Retrieves all armor. Okay. I think we can move. Oh wait, what does this one do? AoE attack all the. Oh, we gotta get out of the way. Clearly pirates. Clearly. Everything except for the true crime, apparently, that the devs made the game out to be. Never skip a Yakuza cutscene meme? Wait, you can skip cutscenes in Yakuza? I don't think I've actually ever done that before. It's a karaoke game, clearly. Do we need water? No, we don't. Okay. I guess we can ignore the machine, the turret. Pirates. Pirates is basically an action RPG. It's not turn-based. Thankfully not turn-based. I know some people didn't like that with Like a Dragon 7 and 8. But there's a reason why that one and why those in particular are turn-based. Ooh, I think we might be able to beat this thing. I think that's the closest I've ever gotten to beating this thing. And we're like 4 turns in and everyone is still somehow alive. Maybe we didn't need Himari after all. Saw a meme of a fighting scene getting skipped into a Mario Kart minigame. No, it doesn't work that way. If I remember correctly, it doesn't work that way. Though there are a few racing segments, I suppose, in some Yakuza games. Alright. Thanks for dropping by, Tori. Get some sleep. Get some sleep. Okay, where are we now? Oh crap, the armors have moved. How many turns? Okay, who got what? Discipline mark 1 on Cheetah. And I think the other one is on... I think Sabrina can get hit now again, right? She should be able to. Alright, let's move Sabrina this way. Do we need to do water damage? Let's do water damage. Okay, and then Cheetah, I think, needs to hide in the back. Otherwise, she's gonna be in trouble. Speaking of hiding in the back, hide over here. There we go. Okay, then we need to move these two closer to the this standard armor. Oh crap, this thing's gonna get some armor. You know what we're gonna do instead? Hold up. We're just gonna attack this like crazy. I didn't realize it was gonna rotate the armors this way. Although if I knew that, I would have moved them to the left. Can Tolo get an extra turn? She got an extra turn last turn. So not this turn. But on the bright side, this thing is almost dead. So we might be able to get this next turn or two. Or now. Or now! You know what? Never mind. It's dead. Oh wow. I didn't think I would actually beat that. But really, all you need more is more Imada. All you need is more Imada and more A. And it's clear, just like that. Yay! And now I don't have to touch that ever again. It's so nice to get rewinds, isn't it? Isn't it? It's great. Okay. We got the prerequisite battles here. Now the only thing left is this. We'll do this another time. I heard you really don't need like 3 full teams, but you could fool me. Because this thing is like level 55, level 60, level 60. I don't even know what the mechanics are. I feel like you still need 3 full teams, but what do I know? I want this memory stick though. Give me all the memory sticks. And we can save... Yeah, no, we can just use it all. What do we need to get? We need to get Phase Strike. Some people will go for the gold, but I don't want to farm. So give me that Phase Strike right here. And you know what? That was probably a bad idea. Because I just realized I cannot control what which subtypes this rolls. I'm just gonna save the rest of that for next time. Alright. Tolo with 73% crit always comes in clutch with crits for fights. Yeah, I think what is the max crit? What is my crit? My crit is only 34%. Only 34%, and it came in clutch. I feel like anything over 50% is a little bit too much unless you have a core mechanic that relies on crit. You know, personally speaking. But then again, I also don't have a whole lot of attachments that are leveled up. But I'll take that. I will take that. We have 1 win for today's non-battle day. Alright. So, if you're just catching the stream now, the plan today is not this. The plan today, while we're waiting for stuff in between events and story, is to go through background information on characters, because most people don't read this stuff. I don't think anyone goes through the dusty memories. Some people might go through the dusty journals, but there's like literally a mini novella worth of text here, just in the journals and even the dusty memories. I think these by themselves is worth 4 or 5 chapters. So that's kind of crazy if you think about it. But before we even get to any of those other ones, I want to check out Mayling. Mayling is like probably to me the most mysterious character in our group, just because she just kind of shows up as soon as you play the game. And I have no idea where she's from. I don't know what the heck she's doing here. But we have all these journals and we have all these things, sections, that they just kind of give you at the start of the game, but no one bothers, I think, to read these. So we'll go through them, and yeah, I think just this part from this section from Mayling and this journal part, we'll skim through the journal entries. I think some of these actually do have cutscenes, but also actual journal entries, so we'll go through that. I don't know how long that's gonna take, but it's gonna be a lot of reading on my part. So yeah, get some water, get some snacks. I probably should be. I'll take a break after a few of these, but get some water, get some snacks. We'll be here for a little bit. Coffee. Hate reading, but this and Blue Archive are peak. Blue Archive also has the, what do you call this? Has the bonus of being lighthearted, so it's an easier read for Blue Archive. Love doing the memory because there's even more art hiding in there. Is there? The one with 404. Do any of those art get saved in the archives? I'm assuming they don't, and they're mostly just the story ones. I feel like there needs to be a place where you have all the art from everything, because we don't even have an archive for the event art, and there's definitely a few from past events so far. I hate when I'm just barely underkilling someone in the need on crits. Pretty sure Maki crit rate is 100%. Too much, sure, but don't need more RNG in the RNG game. Macchiato crits need to be as high as they can get because her skill 1 does rely on crits. So yeah, like I said, if you don't need super crit mechanics, you probably can just get away with 50%, but if you need super crit mechanics because all your other skills need that crit, then get it as high as you can. Closer to 100% the better, though you're probably going to be losing some damage at the same time if you don't think about that. Did they update this to say whose dusty memory you are reading? Would have been nice. I don't think they did. Let me double check, but I do not think they did. There is still that document in Twitter and the Reddit that is passed around that shows whose is what. But no, I don't think they made that update, if they even have that update. 4041 is about the time 9 and 45 decided their new names. Very cute. What is this then, and what are we looking at? This is... So this is not in the Dusty Memories or the Dusty Journals. This is literally in the character archive. And this is the weirdest place to put any story in. Now, technically speaking, I think some of these may get like you can get like character archive stories, journals, and memories also for the dolls if you go into the dorm and if they actually have content in them. But for Mayling, because she's not in the dorm, she's elsewhere. But they also gave her a journal and memories. This is where they put it instead. So yeah. So this is like a very odd place to find lore, but we're gonna go through the Mayling lore today. We'll go through... I think this is the memories. We'll go through the memories first, and then we'll go through the journals and see what's in there. Alright, I think I'm ready, so let's go and get started. I hope this is voiced. My voice is gonna die otherwise. In the ops room. Alone in front of the main control panel, Mayling oversees the Elmo's operation. On a table next to the control panel, several bottles of beverages with pumpkin motifs printed on their packaging sit idly. Nope, it is not voiced. Okay. Vector engine readings, all nominal. MBV defense system, online. Current speed, 30 kilometers per hour. 85 kilometers to task 4022 coordinates. Everything looks good. I also need a vacation. A small-scale collapse storm 8 kilometers northwest of the MBV. Requesting brief intel on the surrounding environment, matching. This won't be a walk in the park, it seems. Let's slow down and go around. Make sure we're clear of the collapse storm before resuming the original navigation speed. Also, why is she doing this and not someone else like Groza? The dolls don't need sleep. She needs sleep. I'm pretty sure at least Groza can drive this thing. While all the humans, all 2 humans, plus one not really human, Helena, you know, get actual sleep. If only the engine failures could be staggered with a recent spree of overtime. I'm so sleepy. My head feels heavy. And she's out. Thump. Mayling's forehead slams into the control panel. Ouch. Oh, she's awake now. Ouch, that hurts. Did I almost fall asleep? I won't be able to finish work at this rate. What should I do? What would the commander do in this situation? Sleep. The commander would sleep. The commander frequently works late into the night. Yet they always appear rejuvenated. How do they do it? There must be some way. Coffee? Lots of coffee? Commander. Right. The commander drinks coffee all the time when they're staying up late. How can I forget this? Thinking back, Leader's suggestion to purchase a coffee machine was such a great call. Never thought it would actually come in handy like this. It's pretty user-friendly. But wait, do I really have to sit here for 30 minutes just to get my coffee? 30 minutes to make a coffee? Okay, I've never used a Keurig or like an automated coffee grinder / coffee maker before. I don't even drink coffee. So 30 minutes sounds excessive. Like 5 to 10 minutes seems to be the optimal time for getting any cup of coffee. Well, staying awake for half an hour shouldn't be that bad, right? Note to self, once tonight's shift is over, be sure to request a commander for a vacation. That I'll never probably get. Keurigs do take some time, though I don't think it's 30 minutes. Depends on the amount, okay. Gotta roast those beans. They should come pre-roasted. Manual labor, handmade. As of today, I've been working overtime for 2 weeks straight. Oh no. And the thing is, she can't quit. She has to stay here, otherwise where else is she gonna go? I don't usually get any rest either. Wait, I have an idea. The instruction says... and it's set. 60 decibels, loud alarm. If I accidentally fall asleep, please wake me up, Mr. Coffee Machine. Pre-roasted coffee in the yellow zone? What kind of cash do you have? We got collapse cubes. Is that good enough? The definition of 18-year-old with 20 years of experience. I think she's at least 20-something. But you wouldn't know just looking at her. Let's see. Can't keep my head from slumping. Gosh. This should keep my head up. Vacation. What should I do with it? Can you even go anywhere for vacation? I feel like you can't. For your vacation, you're just gonna be up in the dorm or the lounge doing nothing. 20 minutes later. Mayling. Mayling. It's time to wake up! Who's talking? Sleepy. Let me doze some more. Okie dokie, I know Mayling is super sleepy now. But even so, you should probably go rest on your bed. You'll get sick laying on the table like this. Oh, that's probably coffee. That's actually probably coffee. Rest on my bed. Rest on bed. No, that's not right. I had to keep track of the engine. Wake up. Coffee? What brings you here at this time? I'm dropping by because I have something for you, Mayling. Here, take this. The leader says it's yours. This is Ludo and her magic wine? Ludo? What? I remember this book. I just bought it this month. Why do you have it? While cleaning up my room tonight, I found this book in the corner. It wasn't on my request list, so I figured Mayling probably left it in my room by accident when you were busy arranging the rest of the dormitory. Thank you, Coffee. Sob. I'm still too careless with work. Oh my. Mayling's got so much things to handle every day, so it's perfectly understandable that you might forget one or two every now and then. Plus, I had a great find swinging by Mayling today. A great find? What? A great find? That being Mayling's sleeping face is super cute. I've already snapped a picture of it, and I'm going to set it as one of the optional wallpapers for Coffee's super special Max Pro Health app. Coffee's super special Max Pro Health app. That is a long name. With a wallpaper like this, the commander's got to be more interested in using this app now, right? My sleeping face set as wallpaper? And it'll be seen by the commander? No, no, no. Alright, alright. I was just messing with you. Of course, I'll keep such a precious photo to myself. Although you do look very tired, Mayling. After servicing the Vector engine, it's ideal to monitor the overall status and make targeted adjustments yourself. But since you're dozing off like this, it's better to get some proper rest. If you're worried about the MBV, I'm happy to take your shift. CGI now. Thanks, Coffee, but I can do this. I'm not dozing off and I have coffee to keep me up. Yeah, but dolls don't need sleep. Why can't a doll do this instead? Well, if Mayling insists, fine. However, you can always ask me to come over and swap shifts when you're not feeling well. Okay. Coffee, what's the matter? Why are you suddenly looking at me like that? Mayling, your eye bags are as big as the protagonist on the cover of your book. Mayling, did you get this children's book because you relate to the main character? No. After reading the digital version, I had to get a physical copy for collection purposes, because the tale was so captivating. Oh, that sounds interesting. Mayling, would you mind telling me more about it? But I have to monitor the engine operation now. Besides, don't you have something else scheduled, Coffee? A doll? Where's Papasha when you need her? Actually, where is Papasha when you need her? Technically speaking, shouldn't she be on the ship already? But no one ever mentions her. Whose eyes aren't big in this game? Guys, the males. Males have realistic eyes, as close to realistic as possible, while females will almost always not be. Name one game. Name one gacha game, anyway, where female eyes are fairly realistic and doesn't look weird. I'm not that busy tonight. Now that the MBV is running without a hitch, taking a few moments to share your story with me shouldn't be an issue. Besides, Mayling, since you're so sleepy, doing so can keep you awake. Storytelling can help me feel better? Of course it does. Doing relaxing things when you're tired can be a great refresher. In that case, sit next to me and we'll read it together. The tale goes like this. See the girl on the cover carrying a large repair kit? Her name is Ludo. She signed a contract with the owner of a factory in the Dark Forest called Eternal Bliss. However, her contract was tampered with, so now Ludo has to work all year round for the owner. Mayling, this sounds like you! This sounds like you! Everyone and no one is on the ship at the same time. Robots with female features would stand a good chance of being designed with big eyes. In the future, hopefully. Ludo collapsed after enduring grueling hours of hard work, remaining unconscious for half a month before waking up. Unfortunately, this is a prolonged slumber. Her health condition has deteriorated drastically. Mayling, I think you do identify with the protagonist here. That's why you should be careful before signing any document. Well, with Ludo in such serious condition, is there a doctor to treat her? There are no doctors in the tale. However, there is a magic wine that can revitalize Ludo and grant her divine powers. And this is why I got a drinking problem. A magic wine that can heal people? Then Ludo must have been cured, right? Yeah. Ludo went through trials and tribulations before successfully acquiring the wine recipe from the Deaconess. Upon consuming it, she really received divine power and defeated the factory owner, earning herself an entire year's vacation. Wait, just 1 year's vacation? Wait, what? An entire year of vacation! I never thought such a thing was possible. If I had a whole year to myself, I would spend it exploring all the alcohols in the world, and maybe even find the one my dad always drank when I was little. Alfie, why do you look so serious? Did I say something wrong? No, this protagonist just fits you to a T. It's a little interesting. No. I was merely pondering how Ludo couldn't have defeated the factory owner so easily. After all, no tale in this world ever stays smooth sailing all the way. Huh? Right. After Ludo drank the magic wine, she got caught by Miss Deaconess right away. Instead of punishing her, Miss Deaconess and Blue Morpho helped Ludo escape from the church together. What the heck kind of story is this? Look, this elf with blue sparkly wings on the cover is Blue Morpho. He looks kind of like you. Yeah, her wings are absolutely beautiful. I wonder how they look as they flutter. It seems that both Miss Deaconess and Blue Morpho are good people. The tears of the kind in the recipe likely belong to them. But aside from good guys, there are also bad guys like the factory owner. After fleeing from this church, Ludo ran into a talking rabbit. Wait. Krolik? Like Krolik? Yeah. Krolik is not a rabbit. Anyway, the rabbit in the story is a bad guy. She disguised herself as soft and gentle at first, only to unexpectedly stop Ludo from leaving. I don't think Krolik would do that, but the rabbit was truly formidable and difficult to deal with. Just as Ludo struggled to escape from the rabbit, the wise sage appeared. They further boosted Ludo's divine power from the wine, which was used to defeat the rabbit. What kind of story is this? What? The magic wine can actually give someone that level of power? I'm starting to feel jealous. Suddenly, the coffee machine blares, drowning the entire room with its noisy beeps. Jackalope, rabbit, what's the difference? I actually don't know. Besides, jackalopes don't exist. Be interesting if they did, though. My coffee's ready. I was worried about falling asleep in the middle of it, so I said it very loud. Sorry. My legs are numb from sitting for too long. Coffee, please wait a moment. I'll turn it off in just a moment. My, don't be in such a hurry. Being this exhausted, you should take a good rest. I'll get you the coffee. Here, coffee. Watch out, it's hot and steamy. What? Hot. Take your time, it's all yours. Here, have this beverage to cool down a bit. It's cold to the touch. Thank you, coffee. I was too much of a... Wait, is she drunk? Hold up. Is she drunk? Coffee, what did you give her? I was too much of a hurry. And the taste of this beverage, it's so good. Is that so? Well, let me take over the rest of the shift tonight. Mayling, you seem to be blushing even more. It's okay. The coffee should be cold enough to drink soon. Besides, I have this great beverage here. She doesn't even know she's drinking her rice wine. Wait, this beverage is what? This isn't a beverage at all. It's a bottle that I filled with rice wine to prevent the commander from stealing my collection. Wow. Rice wine? I'm sorry, I didn't know it was rice wine. I just wanted to make you feel better, Mayling. No, it's fine. It's me who filled the bottle in the first place. It's not coffee's fault. But my head feels so dizzy. Are you alright, Mayling? Let me help you. MBV system alert. I'm fine, Coffee. Just give me a second. Adjust autonomous pathing, confirm target coordinates, resume cruise speed at 30 kilometers per hour. Huh? The screens. How come there's more than one screen? Because you're drunk. You got a feeling like Colgate knew. I had a feeling she knew too. Huh? And several more just pop up? Mayling, are you by any chance drunk? Drunk? No, not at all. Just that everything in front of me is a bit distorted and flickering. Good coffee. Would you like to play some Tetris? We haven't played in so long. I spent all the collapsed pieces I saved up recently on rice wine. But this time we can go all out. I'll use every last collapsed piece I've saved up. Tetris? Well, I'm not really in the mood for Tetris now. Besides, you're still on shift, Mayling. Shift, right, but it's also crucial to play Tetris. I'm really short on money right now. Money to buy more rice wine. It's a vicious cycle. Get money. Buy wine. Get more money. Buy wine. Where'd all the money go? Oh yeah, buy more wine. Mayling smacks into Colfine's shoulder with a loud thud. Her eyelids shut tight. Mayling? 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 Looks like she just fell asleep. Certainly an improvement over the last time she got drunk. Suddenly woke up and mistook everyone for someone else. But hangovers aren't good for the health. I better get the leader to come over. Coffee sits Mayling back down on the chair, then finds a thick blanket to cover her before calling Grozer over the comm. The cup of now cold coffee still sits on the table. Moonlight shines through the window on Mayling. She gently moves her upper body, her eyelids twitching ever so slightly. Okay, chapter 1. Mayling overtime. What's new? Gets drunk. The end. Getting people drunk deliberately is a no-no. I feel like if that was deliberate, that was definitely Coffee's way of taking care of her because she wouldn't just quit, you know? So that's nice. This is why I said Coffee dope the drink. Cell phones, okay. It is good to see a non-brooding Colgate. Yeah, it is good to see a non-brooding Colgate after a while. I mean, she should be less broody these days, but definitely still on high alert on any Viagra she comes across. Her body temperature is normal. Looks like she's just drunk. Oh, continuation? Leader, Mayling is fine, but being hungover for too long is very bad for the body. So I'd like you to help give Mayling a hangover cure. What happened now? Mayling was drinking coffee, but she went too fast and scalded her mouth. So I gave her a drink because I was worried. Who could have expected a drink to be full of rice wine? I'll go make some sobering tea. Coffee, bring Mayling to her bed so that she can rest. Make sure she doesn't catch a cold. Got it, leader. As Coffee scoops up Mayling to carry her off, the latter's eyes suddenly open. You're awake? Hi, Blue Morpho. Blue Morpho? Oh, wait a minute. Did you just call me Blue Morpho? As in the one from that fairy tale? Have you forgotten? I'm Ludo. You really are Ludo, though. You led me out of the church, don't you remember? And you even managed to persuade Miss Enforcer to leave. Ludo might have had her eyes closed, but Ludo heard everything. You used that Mayling person to charm Miss Enforcer into making sobering tea too. So let's use this opportunity to go find the factory lord. Eh? Wait a minute, what's this about Miss Enforcer and the factory lord? Mayling, do you think you're a character in a story? What the heck? Ludo is Ludo and nobody else. Also, you promised to be with Ludo forever until we defeat the factory lord and got vacations for everyone. Vacations for everyone. A flip phone model? Interesting. Blue Morpho is a flip phone model. Who makes it? Coffee straps Mayling into a command chair before rubbing her temples. It's not like how she got drunk last time. Now she's gone and reinvented herself as a fairy tale character. Oh my, this sounds most interesting. Interesting, you say? Blue Morpho, are you trying to trick Ludo? Why are you whispering? I'm not. I was just thinking about how to help Ludo beat the factory lord. After all, the factory lord is so powerful that winning seems like a tricky proposition. How do you beat the commander? Don't worry. Ludo had a demon drink and is full of divine power. Once we find the factory lord, we can beat them. Oh, Blue Butterfly in my GFL game? Now we need to go before Miss Enforcer comes back. I think Rosa's back. Hello? There she is. Where are you going? Leader, Mayling said she wanted to wash her face and needed company. Remember to use hot water. Mayling, drink your sobering tea first. Sobering tea? No, I don't wanna drink it. Mayling, you'll have a headache tomorrow if you don't. No, never. I used the recipe you gave me. There are no problems with it. Mayling's eyes go swirly for a moment, and she seems nervous. Upon seeing this, Coffee bends down beside Mayling's ear. We need an excuse to bluff Miss Enforcer. I hate how this tastes. It's weird. I won't drink it. The commander didn't seem to like it either. While you were the one who gave me the recipe, it seems not everyone can tolerate its spiciness. I forgot. There was a recipe for this that she gave before, but I forgot what was in it. I'll go make another portion and adjust its taste. Coffee, take Mayling to wash her face. Sure thing, leader. On it right now. I'll leave the sobering tea to you then. Phew, Miss Enforcer's gone now. So how was that? Ludo did good, right? I just didn't expect Miss Enforcer to be a bad person who could brew sobering tea that could drain my divine power. Oh, is that what it was? She's literally, drunken master right now from drinking the alcohol. But Ludo thought of a great reason to get rid of her, right? Okay, let's go. Yup, Ludo knows where the factory lord is. Blue Morpho, let's go. Mayling grabs Coffee's hand and begins heading toward the central hub of the Elmo. Coffee blinks, glances over at the direction where Groza went, and then leaves the ops room with Mayling. The mug of cold coffee on the table has been completely forgotten. Rip. Wait, what if Mayling wrote the book while drunk and then forgot about it until now? Impossible. Are you saying she wrote the book and never got the royalties from it? Blue Morpho, the factory lord, keeps making Ludo do overtime every day. They're absolutely terrible. Yep, they're terrible. Absolutely the worst. Darn. Mayling needs some help. Also, they always come over whenever the workload is heaviest during the day to dump more assignments on Ludo. Aren't they awful? They're awful. Simply awful. Blue Morpho, why do you keep on repeating everything I say? Okay, I got you. We're not there yet. And if you go down here, you won't be able to carry on with your quest, okay? Thank you, Blue Morpho. Oh, wait a minute. Look over there. That thing over there is... Found it! Quick! Take a look, Blue Morpho. That's the wise sage. She must know where the factory lord is. Ludo will go talk to her right now. Please let it not be Nemesis. Please let the wise sage not be Nemesis. Mayling, wait. Coffee can't grab Mayling's clothes in time. All she can do is watch Mayling rush over Nemesis. Freaking, it's actually Nemesis. Rush toward Nemesis like the wind. Oh, how is this conversation gonna go? Huh? I'm not coordinating with you? As if anyone could tell when you shoot. Mayling, what on earth are you doing? You, yes you, the wise sage. You must know where the factory lord is. Oh, right. Wise sage? Her? Nemesis? She doesn't have a single wise bone in her body. Just LARP with her. But please tell Ludo the answer. Ludo will leave immediately once Ludo learns the location of the factory lord. Tangible vines, spreading across green firmament, extending to parts unknown. Into the forest we go? Jeez, excuse me. Decided to sneeze a little bit. Ludo has no idea what he just said. Please speak in a way that Ludo can understand. Okay. Good to know that even in hallucinating mode, Mayling still can't tell what Nemesis is saying. Nemesis says she doesn't know any factory lord. She doesn't know? But how? You're supposed to be the wise sage. Did Ludo do something wrong? Is that why you're testing Ludo? Ludo is... Sniffle. Ludo's very sorry, wise sage. Mayling lets go of Nemesis' hands and bows deeply. Once Nemesis' expression lightens, Mayling immediately grabs her hands again. Ludo is willing to fix any mistake that Ludo made, but you must tell Ludo the location of the factory lord. Are you quite done with this already? How are we even supposed to answer you when we don't even know who you're talking about? Wait a minute, have you been drinking again? Ludo will never talk. You're a bad person, Talking Bunny. Say what now? A talking bunny? What's going on here, Coffee? Mayling's drunk. I have no idea why she's suddenly making a fuss about looking for the factory lord. Looks like she sees you as someone else, Krolik. If she's drunk, you should put her to bed. What are you even doing here? What about Leader? Where is she? Groza's currently... Groza? You mean Miss Enforcer? No, I won't allow it. Nobody's gonna get her. Not the bunny, not the wise sage either. Blue Morpho, stop the hag. Ludo will grab the bunny. Hag. Nemesis, you just got called a hag. How do you feel about that? Mayling immediately lets go of Nemesis and hugs Krolik tightly. Let go of me, Mayling. Never. You... Nemesis, do something. Scattered blue butterflies churn up thunderous waves. Coffee? Coffee, get Mayling off of me. Blue Morpho, you'll definitely help Ludo, right? It's sad that the only person that can understand you is hair with a stick in her mouth. Really? Oh my, I truly didn't expect something like this to happen. Still, it seems as long as I oblige Mayling, the problem will solve itself. Huh? Why are you looking at me, Nemesis? What? Okay, what's happening? Hey! Oh dear, are you gonna take a break, Nemesis? Are you just gonna abandon everyone here? Nemesis has quite had enough of this. You're going to turn tail and run the moment you get into trouble? Well, that's just like how you fight, Nemesis. Nemesis freezes mid-step and then she walks back to her original position, ignoring everyone else. Ooh, challenge accepted. Say something, Nemesis. What are you standing around for? Coffee comes over to take a look, then reaches out to grab Mayling. Oh my, what a mess this is. Ludo, since the wise hag doesn't know the location of the factory lord, let's go find them ourselves. Mayling looks at Krolik, whom she's hugging, then Nemesis, then thinks for a bit before shaking her head. Krolik is about to speak when Mayling suddenly lets go of Krolik and crouches down. Mayling? Are you alright, Mayling? What just? I see that these memories are going to be the drunken adventures of Mayling and Coffee. Hags are my favorite D&D NPCs. Are they actually an NPC in D&D? Yeah, I feel sick. Bad? Quick, let me see. Are you feeling nauseous or dizzy? If you can't go any further, I'll take you back to your room to rest. I still have some extra medicine in my medical pouch. No, I can't. I haven't found the factory lord yet. Oh dear, this. If she's feeling uncomfortable, then take her to bed where she can rest. The heck are you two squatting here for? What's the smug look on your face, Nemesis? Why are you glaring at me? Plebeian discourse, scattered forests of coiled steel. What do you mean I care too much about Mayling? I'm just worried nobody's gonna be able to maintain the MBV if something happens to her. Also, who are you calling a pleb? Coughs and splutters. Coughs and splutters. She's about to barf. At last, I feel better now. With Coffee's help, Mayling finally comes around. Coffee thinks, then approaches Mayling again. Ludo, do you trust me now? You're the only one I trust, Blue Morpho. Eh? I'm so touched. I just remember where the factory lord is. Wanna go find the factory lord with me now, Ludo? Really? Do you know where the factory lord is? Of course, why would I lie? Hey, what are you two mumbling about? Krolik, I'm just encouraging Mayling to rest. Rest? Perfect. Just go now. Look at those rings around her eyes and how drunk she is. She's long overdue for some sleep. Sure thing. I'll take Mayling back to her room right away. Coffee smiles as she helps Mayling up, but then Mayling suddenly grabs Coffee's hand and looks her straight in the eyes. Ludo? You've been telling the bunny that Ludo was Mayling from the beginning, and calling yourself Coffee. You're not lying to Ludo, are you, Blue Morpho? She's a little bit there. She's kind of there, but not really. Of course not. Why would I lie to Ludo? But you would just call them Krolik and Nemesis before this. Well... Hurry up and get Mayling to bed. She's becoming even more incomprehensible than Nemesis. Go make her a translator or something. A translator? You want me to make a translator? Bunny, you... All of you, you're trying to make Ludo do overtime. No. No more overtime ever. Mayling immediately turns around and boops Krolik's nose. Boops. I never thought I'd actually see that in text. That's not in a Discord chat. You keep saying you hate the Wise Sage, but you always end up on the same team as her anyway. If you really hated it, you could have always asked Miss Enforcer to redo the team assignments. Mayling, I'm Ludo, not Mayling. Also, your frame's always severely damaged whenever you come back from battle. Do you even know how many all-nighters I had to pull to fix you up? She's kind of there. Mayling's kind of there, but she also thinks she's in a book right now. And you're always so rash. What if you damage your neural cloud module? If it's that important to you, then protect it a little better. I didn't. Oh my. Looks like Krolik accidentally triggered Mayling's drunken and rage mode. As for you, Wise Sage, you can clearly talk like a normal person, so why is it that you always speak in a way that nobody but the bunny can understand? This is a good question! She speaks like normally very rarely, but she should be able to speak normally more often, right? Do you even know how much overtime I had to do to build your translator? But it's still not usable. Sob. Ludo had to check your vocalizer circuits. Why did you give Ludo so much work? Sniffle. Nemesis, is there a reason why you're not talking normally? Don't think I can't tell what you're really thinking just because you're not talking. Ludo knows you're going to keep talking like this in the future. Even if you can't ease up on Ludo during Ludo's busiest periods, at least try to understand what Ludo's going through. Withered thickets of vines, sudden torrential rains, bird migration. It's a wonder that Krolik can even figure out what this is. What's the point of apologizing now? Can you guarantee you'll never do it again? There's no way, right? So your apology is completely meaningless. Wait, Mayling, did you understand that? Wait, Mayling, did you understand that nonsense? You understand Nemesis now, Mayling? And you too, Blue Morpho. Me? What did I do? While you covered for Ludo many times, I keep getting the feeling that you're digging Ludo deeper into things, especially when there are lots of people around. Until Ludo has to end up doing even more work in the end. Coffee, are you actually doing that? I think it's like Deshevna, her thoughts are just jumbled. But the thing with Deshevna is, Deshevna can speak normally, and she does most of the time. She just likes pretending that she's in an RPG. It must be because you're using the power of language to twist reality, so up is down and black is white, and turn trust into conflict and turn success into endless hardship. You mean me? What are you saying, Ludo? I never did that. Coffee, you do lie every once in a while. You know that, right? Sub, you all made Ludo do overtime, but you won't admit it. More sobbing. Even more sobbing. I'm sorry, Mayling. I apologize for that. However... Coffee solemnly shakes Mayling's hand. Are you still going to find the factory lord after this? I know where they are right now. That is, if you can bring yourself to trust me. There's gonna be a ban on her ever having a drink. Nah, she needs those drinks to cope. This is why she's an alcoholic to begin with. All that overtime. The factory lord? Yes, take Ludo to the factory lord. Once we find the factory lord, Ludo can trust you again. Okay. I'll make sure I bring Ludo to the factory lord. Well, looks like Mayling's feeling better. I'll be bringing her back to her room now. Hold on tight to my hand, Mayling. They gotta ban the book. They can't ban the book. She's got it on her phone, or whatever she uses to read it. As the pair pass Vepley and Helena's room... Oh! Vepley's already here. So this is literally after Chapter 8. Okay, so we actually read this chronologically, which is interesting. Coffee lightly pats her chest. Yeah. Good thing our dorms have good soundproofing. If Vepley and Helena had come out too, things would have been really tricky. Blue Morpho, what are you mumbling about again? I'm just happy I can take you to the factory lord. Isn't it great that there aren't any other enemies standing in our way? Coffee tries to soothe Mayling and get her out of there. A much abused nemesis immediately heads toward her own dorm room. Much abused nemesis? What? Oi, you big lump! We're not done yet. Where are you going? Yeah, I'm talking to you. Are your auditory modules busted? The noisy central hub finally quiets down. Okay. Well, let's see how this is gonna end. Wait, why are we back here? Blue Morpho, look! That person's the factory lord. What's the commander doing here at a time like this? What are you saying, Blue Morpho? That's clearly the factory lord, not the commander you're talking about. Oh, right. You're right, Ludo. It's late and I'm sleepy, so I must have mistaken them for someone else. Just look at the time, Ludo. You must be tired too. Why not go back to your room and why not go back to your room with me? Wait, why not go back to your room with me and rest? Okay. That, for some reason, did not cross my mind for some reason. We can go find the factory lord later once you're feeling better. How about that? You're tired too? But Ludo's afraid that if Ludo misses this chance, Ludo won't be able to be the factory lord. How could that be? You'll have your divine power as long as you don't drink sobering tea, right? But... what happened to the MBV? Blue Morpho, are you alright? I'm fine. I just hope the MBV won't suddenly shake like this again. We must have bumped up against something. Well, as long as you're okay. What was that noise? What are you guys doing here? Did you fall down? Come, get up. Thanks for helping out, Commander. The second Helena event happens 2 months after Chapter 8. Oh, okay, so probably this is even after Chapter 8. No, after Chapter 8.5 even. Because I think there was... No, maybe... it could have happened but anyway, anytime after Chapter 8, probably. Yeah. The point is we have Vepley, which is like key on trying to figure out when this takes place. So, what are you two up to, hiding here and being all mysterious? If there's anything you need, you can just... Huh? Wow, it reeks of booze here. Is Mayling drunk again? Wasn't she supposed to be working this night shift tonight? I thought she went back to sleep because she was tired. Why is she so hammered, and why is she with you? I came to return a book to Mayling, and then Mayling drank a cup of hot coffee. But it burned her throat, so I gave her a cup of drink I saw on the main terminal. And what do you know? It was filled with Mayling's secret stash of rice wine, and... well, you know the rest. There was rice wine on the table? So that pumpkin drink was actually alcoholic? Pumpkin drink was alcoholic. He drank it and didn't feel it? Yes, it was. That wasn't rice wine. It was LULdog's demon drink. Demon drink. Now what's this about? It's an element from the fairy tales Mayling's been reading recently, Commander. Fairy tales? So the one on the main terminal? Oh! CG! Hold up. I need the CG. I need the CG. I need to screenshot this really quick. Juke. What? We are never gonna get this in like... in, what do you call this? In the image archive, so might as well take a picture now. Swirly-eyed Mayling. Commander nowhere to be seen, but apparently there's a pumpkin bottle over here, and very 3D looking background and props. It always weirds me out. Well, it's always weird that they mix 3D and 2D in the same picture here. And they do it a lot. I feel the only right thing to say is, I see. Typical coffee shit. Night. Before I can finish, Mayling, who was leaning on Coffee's back, suddenly stumbles over to the console and hoists a bottle of pumpkin punch. Downs half the bottle in one gulp, then picks up my portable terminal and glares at me. This thing? Mayling, what's the meaning of this? Calm down, LULdog. Blue Morpho, you were chatting so casually with the Factory Lord and those two villains just now. LULdog doesn't trust you anymore. LULdog trusts only the demon drink and herself. Wonder what pumpkin punch would taste like? I don't even know what pumpkin juice is supposed to taste like. Devs use the already made assets to make CGI render for the backgrounds. That they do. LULdog, I did this because... I don't care. LULdog will never trust you again. Factory Lord, LULdog has your mission machine. Yeah, LULdog has your mission machine now. If you want it back, you'll have to meet my demands. LULdog, just put down what you're holding and we can talk. You're a bad Factory Lord and LULdog won't listen to you. LULdog will... Mayling. Did she fall? Did she trip? I immediately move up to support Mayling while Coffee jogs up and grabs the fallen tablet. Then I sweep Mayling's bangs out of her eyes, and she blinks, somewhat confused. Commander? Oh, she woke up! Mayling woke up! You were... You were on duty and fell down because you were too tired. On duty? Oh, that's right. It's my shift tonight. Wince. My head and back hurt. Commander, I need to work. The MBV needs work done. You need to sleep. You should go to sleep if you're not feeling well. We'll talk about work tomorrow. But the MBV and my shift. It's alright, I'll take care of your shift. Come, get up now. I'm surprised they even still have shifts. I mean, I get it. It's a very small crew, and someone has to, like, do things overnight. They can't just not function and not travel somewhere. But yeah, it's like we still have shifts that to do here. Yeah, I know. They have to be on alert 24/7. Random Viagra attacks, elids, and then the other random nonsense. Mayling nods and holds onto my arm as she slowly climbs to her feet. Coffee is there to help too. Oh my, Commander. Seeing as how Mayling is always so nervous about work, shouldn't you give her a vacation to relax? Thank you, Coffee, for backing her up. Oh, that's a great idea. Why didn't I think about this before? What? Vacation? Vacation? Mayling? Factory Lord, you promised. You promised Ludo a vacation, no backseas. Right, we did promise you that 1 to 2 weeks of vacation, not 1 year though. Also, she's back to being Ludo now. Ludo, what are you... going back on your word so soon, Factory Lord? No, I just... Alright then, now, get a pen and paper and write it all down. Blue Morpho, do you have a pen and paper? Elmo is also over 10 years old and clearly did not meet all the required maintenance with how broke the commander is. Right, I wonder when we got Mayling, because someone had to maintain this thing. And I can only assume Papasha did so until she left for some odd reason. I can get it right now. Coffee soon returns with pen and paper and hands them to me with a smile. I sigh and take them from her before preparing to write under their supervision. Alright, Ludo, go ahead. Get set, go! Factory Lord, listen well. I have the following demands. You will write them all down, no missing them out. Item 1, give all our friends in the forest a full year of vacation. Item 2, during vacation time, no ordering Ludo to do overtime out of nowhere. Item 3, no dumping unreasonable work orders on me without notice. For example, making a translator or weird requests like taste analyzers. Feel so dizzy. Item 4, must be kinder to Ludo. We can probably do item 3 and 4. We probably can't do items 1 and 2. A little bit out of our power. Item 5. What's the matter? What's item 5? I feel a pressure on my shoulder. Looking back, I find that Mayling's eyes are closed and she has sprawled herself on me, her face red. Looks like Mayling's asleep, Commander. Alright then. Coffee, help me get Mayling to her feet. So Commander wanted to not be Groza food taster again? I thought Groza had taste buds. I guess she doesn't. Coffee carefully scoops Mayling into her arms, and I slowly straighten her up. Then the door to the ops room slides open. Who is it now? Who actually is it now? I thought this was a Mayling chapter. Who's showing up in the Mayling chapter? Ah, Groza. This time it is Groza who enters, holding a piping hot cup of sobering tea. Oh wow, that took her a while to make. Groza, what are you doing here? Commander, I'd also like to know why you're here. It's 2 a.m. in the morning. You should be resting. Yeah, I bet the commander's pulling an all-nighter and not sleeping because they didn't use the incredible Coffee Special Healthy Life Assistant Max Pro. Oh, you mean that app? Is that so, Commander? It's just that a few things came up all of a sudden that need handling. I'll rest once they're done. Taste module could be broken considering it's Groza. Could be. So why is Mayling on your back? Mayling seems to be drunk. Anyway, never mind that. You're holding a cup of sobering tea, right? Yes, I am. Is Mayling alright? She looks fine, but Coffee will have to be the judge of that. Coffee? Mayling's condition is perfectly fine right now. Although sleeping while drunk isn't very good for the body. You came just in time, leader. This batch of sobering tea doesn't have chili in it, so Mayling will probably not reject it. Coffee, help feed it to Mayling. Groza and I help lift Mayling up. Coffee scoops up a spoonful of tea, blows on it to cool it off, then presses it to Mayling's lips. Mayling sips it and slowly opens her eyes. Coffee, leader, commander, you guys. How do you feel, Mayling? Yeah, she intentionally put pepper in it because that was part of the recipe that Mayling gave her. But too much pepper apparently, and nobody likes it because of it. I feel like I had a very long dream. My head hurts, and my back hurts too. Mayling, you slipped and fell while working and hit the main terminal. That's why your back hurts. You need to rest up well, okay? Thank you, Coffee. I'm glad you're all here. Everyone's so nice. Mayling probably gave her that recipe while drunk. Could be. Yep, everyone's here. Mayling, drink the rest of this and then go to sleep. Thank you, leader. It seems Mayling fell asleep. Looks like she won't be waking up again. Now then, time to take Mayling back to her... Oh, screw this. Before I can finish, I hear an alarm from the main terminal. Good thing Mayling didn't wake up. You should go put Mayling to bed and then get some sleep yourself. I'll continue taking this shift. What did Groza say at the beginning of the game? I must have missed it. Commander, it's really late now. You should go rest with Mayling. Let me handle the shift. Oh wait, the sobering tea when we were waking up from being passed out drunk at the beginning of the game? Probably. It has been so long ago, but imagine opening the game with like waking up from being drunk. You can leave it to me too. Alright. I still haven't taken care of those things which just came up. I'll handle the shift along with them. However... Alright now, hurry up and take Mayling back. I'll call you when I get sleepy. As Groza and Coffee leave with Mayling, I look at the paper with her terms written on it. Mayling really is tired. In that case... I rip off the empty bottom half of the paper and quickly write a sentence down. We'll do this then. Everyone gets a 2-week vacation? After putting the paper away, I yawn and open my tablet to finish my tasks. Alright. Mayling got drunk and gave her the recipe. Oh! Oh, so Mayling did give it to her while she was drunk. That would probably do it. Commander, mission completion has been confirmed. Now summarizing current status. Brief has transferred us a payment for task 3385 and task 4106. The MBV has arrived at the mission location for task 4402. Krolik and Nemesis will be dispatched for combat this afternoon and are projected to return by today. That sounds great. That sounds great. Commander, how long did you sleep last night? Less than 3 hours? Yep, less than 3 hours. 2 hours? I guess? I don't remember. Alright, GNG, get some sleep. See you later. Commander, that was a special case. I'll make sure I'll make sure I rest well today. Oh yes, how's Mayling doing? Calfee gave her a checkup while she was sleeping yesterday. Everything's fine. She should still be resting now. Hangovers suck. Let her get some sleep for the next couple of days. I drew up a vacation voucher for Mayling, guaranteeing her 3 days of rest. Groza, tell me about the work arrangements for the MBV. A vacation voucher? Surely there's no need for that, right? You can just let Mayling rest. Well, she never asked me for a vacation before, so I want to write one up for her. That way she won't feel so pressured when she's tired. Wait, I thought she did ask for a vacation before, but we just never followed up on it. Mayling needs to sleep, that's why she'll be short forever. Ouch. Well, it also depends on when we got her on the MBV, right? If she's over 20, like most people are saying, then she's stuck being that short anyway. But if we got her, let's say when she was 16, 14, and she was still working overtime at that point, that's not our fault. That's a Chinese genes. That's a Chinese genes fault. Maybe not. Malnourished moment. Well, to be fair, I think everyone is probably malnourished in this world, unless you live in a city. You know, growing crops, not having a livestock would do it. No. A look of understanding dawns on Groza's face. She heads over to the main terminal and brings up the most recent work diary. How is it? It's alright. We haven't had any emergency missions recently. So we can settle the situation if we all take 2 or 3 extra hours of work. However, there are some issues which require support from Mayling the machinist. Yeah, that's the problem when you only have one, what do you call this? Maintenance person in here. Papasha! If that was true, why is the commander tall? He literally lived on the yellow zone. Jeans! Jeans, that's all I'm gonna say. I'll handle it. Good morning, Commander. Oh, Leader's here too. Good morning, Leader. Good morning, Mayling. Mayling, do you have something to report? Yes, I do. I collated a list of things everyone wants for their dorm rooms over the past month, and I have sent it to your terminal. Please check it and decide if you approve. Things that people want in their dorms. I guess furniture is always furniture and decorations are always in demand. Let's leave that aside for now. Mayling, how was your rest last night? Huh? Last night? I slept very well last night. I haven't slept so well in ages. I feel great. That said, my back hurts a little. But it's okay, it doesn't hurt anymore. Why do you ask, Commander? I was curious, as long as you're fine. That said, I was supposed to be on duty in the ops room last night, but I woke up in my own bed. That scared me. I asked Calfee about it, and she said that you and Leader carried me into the bed so I could sleep. Thank you very much, Commander, Leader. Yeah, I think there was literally a comic, a 4-coma at least, where they got the dorm uniforms in bulk and everyone has to use the same dorm uniforms. Even Dushevna, who really does not need a dorm uniform, but in order to be decent, she needs a dorm uniform. I mean, keep in mind, guys, Dushevna's technically naked. She is like the only naked doll in the entire place. Mayling vigorously bows to us. About that. No, it's nothing. I think a good rest in bed ought to lift my spirits. What happened? Why do you and Leader have such weird looks on your faces? Did I cause trouble for you, Commander? Of course not. Oh yeah, here, Mayling, take this. This is... The bearer of the certificate is entitled to a 3-day vacation. Commander, what is this? Dushevna has 2 pieces of armor strapped to her leg so she isn't completely naked. That's there for protection. Is she naked or is she wearing a 1-piece swimsuit like I guess from Persona 3? No, we'll take a look at Dushevna later. But she is completely naked as far as I'm concerned. It's a vacation voucher. In the future you can cash this in with me for a vacation if you feel tired. But I'm feeling really well rested now. While I did feel a little tired and wanted vacation before, I've had a good night's sleep, and I can take on work now. I can finish up the work for the next few days in one go, so I can't take this vacation voucher, Commander. Mayling, do you truly not want it? I can work. Please believe me, Commander. Please take the vacation voucher back. Mayling, you're the one who's been asking for a vacation and you don't want it? What? That's not what I meant. Mayling, this vacation voucher is a reward for your outstanding performance recently. A reward? But my recent work performance has been pretty much the same as other times, and there are many things I haven't done today, so Your work progress today has been normal. Don't worry, Mayling. You've been working for so many days in a row already, so getting the needed rest is essential. Also, literally, she was complaining about 2 weeks of overtime. Right? Unless it's just her being sleepy. Unless that's her being sleepy and, like, you know, she just says that when she's, like, really, really grumpy. But she keeps on she keeps on complaining about overtime and she keeps on drinking. She needs a vacation eventually. You want me to rest? No, I can't. Don't tell me. Is it I've been doing a bad job and you're not happy with me, so you decided to give me this vacation voucher all of a sudden so you can do my work while I'm resting? I just want everyone to live peacefully on the Elmo. I can't cause people problems with such trivial things. She probably just loves to complain. You know what? I didn't consider that, but that's probably a thing that she would do. Commander, where did I go wrong? Huh? No, that's not... Mayling, please listen to me, don't cry. And there's the boy. When she's not boying, you do wonder when the next boy is coming. I grab Mayling by their shoulders. Her sobbing instantly quiets down. She snivels and then looks at me with teary eyes. In any case, things are not as you said. The truth is, Groza and I realize that you've been working too hard lately. You only sleep well after midnight and sometimes not at all. Pushing yourself that hard doesn't make any sense. Also, I've been making several unreasonable requests to you, like developing a nemesis pod, and so on, which added to your stress, so I thought of giving you the vacation voucher. Nemesis pod. Is a nemesis pod the translator? I think the easier thing to do is just, you know, have Nemesis try to talk normally, unless for some reason Nemesis talking normally is something she doesn't do on purpose to conserve energy or whatever. Krolik cuck chair. No, not the Krolik cuck chair. In any case, don't worry about it. You've done well, and I'm very happy with your work. Mayling? So, does that mean you don't think I'm useless, Commander? Mayling, if you were not around, this entire place would literally fall apart. Literally. How could you be useless? The MBV wouldn't even be running without you. Isn't that right, Groza? And also the dolls could not be maintained without you. Yep, Mayling's responsible for much of the MBV's maintenance work and various repairs, as well as purchasing for everyone on board the Elmo. It would be very difficult for us to function normally without her. I just now... I'm sorry, Commander, and sorry, Leader. You don't have to apologize. I'll make sure I live up to you and Leader's faith in me. And as for the vacation voucher, I'll keep it and make sure I work twice as hard so I don't disappoint anyone. She probably has a past about work with a bad supervisor. She is by far the most useful person on the Elmo besides Dandelion. Yeah, I guess we don't have Dandelion yet. That comes later. Leader? Oh, did I miss something? Mayling. The commander wants you to have the vacation voucher so you can relax. Working twice as hard will only tire you out more. Relax a little. You don't need to you don't need to demand so much of yourself. We really should hire a second mechanic. Why haven't we done that yet, Commander? Commander, does Leader mean that I don't need to... Yeah, just do whatever you want. At my own pace. Commander, I'm still feeling a bit tired. So I'd like to rest for about half an hour before going back to work. Is that okay? You can rest longer if you like. Okay, I got it. And in the future? Alright, since you want to rest, you should go and rest. Okay. Mayling immediately tucks the vacation voucher away. After wiping her mouth, she bows vigorously to me before dashing out of the ops room. At the elevator, Mayling takes several deep breaths until she manages to get her breathing under control. What did I just do? The commander was clearly concerned about me, but I can't believe I actually prejudged them like that. That was wrong. Wrong. Still, the commander... Mayling takes out the vacation voucher and carefully opens it up, examining it under the sunlight. So I can do whatever I want. But I just want to work hard and protect everyone, as well as the commander. Okay, so for all her complaining about needing a vacation, she literally just wants to help around here. But she also wants a vacation. It would be better if, you know, we didn't have to be on the run all the time. And we could actually just go somewhere. And this is why we'll never have a summer event yet. We have swimsuits. For some reason, the dolls have swimsuits. So I don't know what to make of that. Does the commander mean that I should be more honest with myself? For instance, saying I want to rest right away and so on? Well... if that's what pleases the commander, then I'll do it. Clearly there's a pool on the Elmo. Probably, now that I think about it. And now that you mention it. I mean, the Elmo's a big place. There's got to be a pool somewhere. As for the vacation voucher, I'll use it once I think of what to do with it. I'm sure that's what the commander wants to. That's right. I'll put it with the Lunar New Year banners that the commander gave me earlier. Yep, that's it. Mayling pats her face, which is blushing so red that it's practically scalding, and carefully refolds the vacation voucher along with its original crease. That'll be it then. The folded square of paper sits quietly in Mayling's palm. The sun falls on the thin paper, illuminating the faint traces on the commander's black handwriting. Mayling reaches out and caresses the raised impressions and stares at it for a good long while before reverently returning it to her breast pocket. After lightly patting her pockets to confirm the paper was intact and secure, Mayling smiled brightly. Alright, and now? Time to sleep hard and work hard. She leaves the elevator and heads for her dorm. And that's not the end of it yet. There's still one more. Green zones have pools. I would hope so. Just use one of the empty fuel tanks. No way Commander can afford to have them all fill at the same time. Yeah. I mean, doesn't Tolo like have like a cutscene in her swimsuit thing where there's a pool? I'm sure there's a beach somewhere that's not contaminated with radiation and ELID, right? There's gotta be a beach somewhere that's safe, right? All the dolls that have swimsuits are not canonically part of the Elmo crew. Sabrina, Tololo. Who else doesn't have a swimsuit? Who else has a swimsuit? Those are the only two off the top of my mind. Sharkry. Sharkry gets a swimsuit later. Vepley doesn't, now that I think about it, right? You would think Vepley would also get one. Suomi. Suomi also doesn't have one. And Suomi didn't stick around. We had to drop her back off to the doll commune. I forgot about that. She was here temporarily. Aboard the Elmo, on an afternoon after work is done, Mayling reminisces with me about the Demon Drink episode from that night, but I wonder whose dorm this is. This looks comfy. Oh, this is probably the same dorm that everyone else uses. Now that I think about it, this is the same exact dorm that everyone uses. I kind of hope, though, that later on, once we finally are able to explore the Elmo, you can get like individualized dorms or something like Girls Frontline 1. Because I like, even though it's kind of weird to rearrange furniture and stuff in Girls Frontline 1, and even NeuroCloud, it'd be kind of nice to like have a dorm you can arrange here. Which, by the way, it's interesting that out of all the Mika games so far, the Mika gacha games anyway, this is the first one where you can't decorate the dorm. At least not yet. Eventually, later, maybe. That would be nice. Mosen's memory got a photo of her chilling in a pool, so there is a pool somewhere out there. I see. The Elmo dorms, custom dorms. NeuroCloud has 3D dorms. Yeah, but still. We don't have customizable dorms yet. I don't think CN has the explorable dorms yet either, right? Hope we get that eventually. Dorm is in beta. Gotta get the base game out. Dorm is literally like much later. The reason is because they want to make the Elmo fully customizable. Looking forward to it. Looking forward to it. Well, was that what really happened? So I called myself Ludo and treated everyone like characters in Ludo's story? But how could that... I don't remember it at all. So, no wonder you gave me that vacation voucher, and even... Commander, I'm so sorry. To think I did something so rude to you that night. It's alright, Mayling, I'm not angry. But you're always so nice to me, and I called you the Factory Lord. But it's also true that he's giving you too much work. And I was supposed to be on duty that night, but in the end, you had to cover it. I'm terribly sorry. It's all my fault for putting the rice wine in that container. I'll never do it again. Is there any other work that needs doing, Commander? I can carry on with it, right? Mayling, we just took care of our tasks together. Also, did you forget that what we talked about on that day? Huh? What we talked about? Do you mean... Have you forgotten the vacation voucher? No, I haven't. I'm sorry, Commander. I didn't mean to say I'm sorry. I just panicked and... But that's not what I meant. Calm down, take your time. Thank you, Commander. The truth is, for a very long time, I had a hard time believing that you were really willing to take me in. I was always afraid of being abandoned by everyone, that you wouldn't want me anymore someday. That my selfishness would make me lose the people important to me again. I'm guessing her parents are no longer around, and that's why we took her in. Is that beer on the table? It's either beer or an energy drink. I'm not sure which one it is, to be honest. But you've been so good to me since that day, and you even gave me a vacation voucher, and told me I could do whatever I want. And that made me really, really happy. I now know that you won't abandon me. The vacation voucher is in my chest pocket, and its words don't lie. I clearly remember what you said to me back then. I don't think we can abandon anyone. As long as they get on the Elmo and they're here, literally, we can't get rid of them. The only reason why we had to let Suomi go is because she needed to go back to her people. Like, literally. Thank you. Thank you so much. To me, you are truly... There. Why are you crying again? Sobs harder. I'm so happy I met you, Commander. I've been so happy during my time on the Elmo, and I felt so safe. Although there was some troublesome stuff I need to handle, I didn't get enough sleep at night. To me, every day was very fulfilling. So, if you could... What's going on? I just remembered that you said I could do whatever I wanted, so... Could I make a small request? What kind of request? Go ahead. I was thinking I wanted you to play Tetris with me. I haven't had anyone to play against in a while, and it's hard to feel motivated without opponents. Yeah, I think you might want to get something else, like an RPG, or, you know, some other game that's not Tetris. This time, I'm sure we'll be able to set a new record together. So I would like it if you could play Tetris with me during my break time. With you around, I'm sure my repair effectiveness would be greatly increased. Alright, I'll keep you company when I'm not busy. And that was it. I thought this was going to be her background, but I guess not. It's literally just a day in the life of Mayling and finally getting a vacation voucher, but not actually a vacation. Fun. Is canon that the commander is inhumanely kind to people, despite giving like a lot of work, it seems. Let's take a look at the journal entries. There's a few of them here, but there seems to be some scenes with them also. Let's see. The window shades in the central hub are broken, Commander. We need to make room in the budget to buy supplies to fix them. I know, we're in the red again. When are we not in the red? However, it's good that we can do repairs ourselves. That won't put too much of a strain on our finances. Still, we got the opportunity. I wanted to buy something different, like... No problem, I approve. Oh yeah, thank you, Commander. But the truth is, I'd like to buy some yarn. The weather's getting cold after all, and I'd like to knit a scarf. Well, the Elmo's still okay in the daytime, though it's a little chilly at night. I guess we don't have any air conditioning or heating on this place. I mean, for heating, all you need to do is like get the engine heat and redirect it to the vents. So, and the engine's like running almost all the time. Wouldn't be that difficult, I think. But we have scarves in the storeroom, right? Yeah, we do have scarves. How could I... Commander, I need to go to work. Are you alright? I remember the past now, and I feel so sad. I don't know what I should do. Perhaps you'll feel better if you tell me about it. Sounds like a good way to spread fumes everywhere. I mean, you're not wrong. Now that you mention it though, there's like this really common way of heating in Japan that uses like kerosene heaters, and I've used it a couple of times before, and I do not feel safe leaving that thing on overnight because it literally smells like fumes, and I'm always scared that there might be a little bit of carbon monoxide poisoning happening, even though when it's cold at night and you do have the futons, and the futons are kind of warm with that comforter, you also need a little heating. And in places where there's no, well, they don't have central heating to begin with, but if you don't have like a air conditioner unit with a heater, you have to use the kerosene heater. And the kerosene heater is, as you know, gas. Gas operated. Yet somehow people use that overnight, and somehow people, at least I haven't heard of anyone dying from carbon monoxide poisoning from using the kerosene heater. So yeah, but I can smell the thing, so I'm always a little bit worried about it. They're broke. Surely heating or cooling a whole moving apartment is expensive. You don't need to heat the whole place. Just have it like in certain rooms, and I'm pretty sure you can have it in certain rooms. The dorm rooms especially, you know? Kerosene heater leaks a really small amount of fumes. You say really small, but it smelled pretty strong whenever I used them. So I don't know. What were we talking about, Mayling? Okay, yeah. Tell me what you're thinking about. Does it work like that? Then, but Commander, the memories are really long. That's all right. Today's work isn't urgent anyway. Okay, so I guess this is the... Oh, now the actual logs. November 23rd. Weather, clear. Collapsed storm present. Today's goal. Familiarize myself with work on the MBV. Oh, this is when she got taken in. It's already 4:30 a.m. How did I doze off? I ought to be checking the vector engine right now. I already checked the ignition coil, distributor, spark plugs in the ignition system. Just to be safe, I need to check them again. So sleepy. Maybe I should get some sleep. No, I can't sleep now. I shouldn't sleep either. If I don't sleep, I won't think about what happened before this, and I can report back to the commander and everyone faster. Before this. It's so cold, my cheeks are freezing. Turns out crying within my dreams can affect reality. The temperature in the contamination zones will probably plunge tonight. The live update says it's negative 15 degrees Celsius outside with strong winds. That is freezing. I should cover myself with something. A blanket. I didn't remember taking any blankets from the storage unit earlier today. The commander or Groza must have covered me while I was asleep. I felt much warmer after wrapping myself in a blanket. I'll rest for 5 minutes and get back to work. Today I managed to eliminate some of the potential causes for the engine failure. We can rule out the electrodes falling off due to extended high-speed operations and spark plug damage. So there must be other reasons. I'll have to check through it again. I've repaired car engines before, but this is my first time working on the vector engines of an MVV. I hope we can fix the engines soon so that I'll have more time to handle the other tasks assigned by the commander and leader. I'm really not good at supply procurement and financial management. After fixing the engines, I'll go read through some books about them. I hope it helps. After this is all over, I'll have to go back there. Go back. What should I do when I get back? If I ask the commander to lend me a protective suit, would they agree? With a suit, I should be able to walk back to Hephaestus and reunite with everyone. I hope this time the Viagers won't launch a surprise attack while I'm while I'm on my way. Hephaestus, I guess this is where she came from? My father's friend once told me that in my father's homeland, there's a tradition of keeping vigil on the 7th day for deceased members of your family. On the 7th day after a family member's death, a meal is prepared for them so they can have a better life on the other side. I'm not sure if Hephaestus' kitchen will still be functional when I return, but perhaps I could prepare a little something. Speaking of food, Vivian mentioned that she would teach me how to make pumpkin pie on Christmas Day. It's a special Christmas dish that's incredibly sweet and makes all your problems disappear after you eat it. I haven't tasted such a magical dish before. Such a description defies belief, but Vivian wouldn't deceive me. Vivian also said if you're happy on Christmas Day, the happiness will last for whole of next year. An entire year. Today's date is November 23rd, and Vivian said that on November 20th. I remember that day. I'll never forget that day. November 20th was supposed to be a really special day. I remember that the temperature that night was even lower than it was now. But it was so warm inside Hephaestus. Everyone was supposed to be working. But it was so cold outside that I couldn't help but rub my hands together to warm them up. Then Ivan stopped working and called for 2 of his friends to bring the winter stove and coal to the center of Hephaestus, taking out a lighter to ignite. And I just realized, holy crap, this thing is long. This thing is long. Anyway, we'll keep going with this and see where we end up. The sparks touched the black coal and soon it lit up with an orange flame. The fire flickered under the incandescent lights. Before Ivan could say anything, everyone started gathering around the stove. More and more people gathered around, and everyone was soon standing shoulder to shoulder. Vivian put the big red scarf she was holding around my neck, and everyone tried to tie it onto me herself. She tried several times but wasn't satisfied, and each time she would frown and untie the scarf, until she finally tied an ugly bow on my chest and only let go when I was about to suffocate. This should be good. No, better yet, it's a work of art. As she looked on in pride, I subconsciously reached up and tugged at her work of art. Alleviating the pressure it imposed on my neck, after taking a deep breath, I held Vivian's hand. It's a piece of art, all right, super pretty. Vivian laughed and gave my shoulder a hearty slap with her right hand. You better mean it, cause I spent over 10 days knitting this scarf. Over 10 days. While it may have taken that long, it was honestly the ugliest scarf I'd ever seen. Wow. There was a crooked symbol on it that I couldn't even recognize. Vivian said it was the word fortune written in the language from my hometown. She had looked up a lot of pre-war information and found out that in the country where my parents live, putting the word fortune upside down had a special meaning. It signified that good fortune was coming, so she knit it upside down on purpose. However, that honestly made it look even uglier. But Vivian wouldn't let me say her knitting was ugly. Even if I muttered about it in a teasing tone, she would hug me and then pinch my face very hard. But what she didn't know was that every time she pinched my face, it didn't hurt at all. It actually made me really happy. It's just, I didn't get to say those words to her that night. And after that, I never got the chance to tell her again. I guess this Vivian died. I remember the warm glow of the fire lit up everyone's faces that night. Ivan was laughing. Abigail had quite a smile on her face. Vivian was going into detail about the preparations we would be making for Christmas. After we exchanged our well wishes, everyone closed their eyes and prayed for a friend who used to work here. Colin, we will always remember you. I closed my eyes, put my hands together, and uttered this sentence with everyone. The fireside was still warm, but why couldn't Colin, who had done nothing wrong, enjoy this warmth with us? Why did he become someone we all had to remember? After the prayer session, Vivian stretched out her hands over the flames to warm up. I hugged my legs and stared blankly at the burning fire. She suddenly patted my shoulder, and I turned to look at her face. Mayling, you absolutely can't go out without a protective suit. Colin went crazy because he got infected by collapse radiation and had to leave us. Understood. She reminded me just like last year, and I quickly responded. She looked like she had more to say. But in the end, she just adjusted the scarf around my neck again, turned her gaze to the fire, and fell silent. I hugged my legs with my arms and rested my chin on the thick red scarf. The flames in front of me kept shifting, and my thoughts drifted uncontrollably back to a year ago. That day, I put on my protective suit and got ready to buy supplies. The door was open and Colin staggered into the factory. His makeshift protective suit was full of holes. He didn't even have time to talk to me before he collapsed on the ground. Vivian said Colin got infected with LULdog because his protective suit was compromised. We didn't have enough money to send Colin to the clinic, so we had to put him in a storage unit and take turns looking after him. We bought medicine from the underground brokers every week, but the medicine didn't help Colin get better. Soon Colin got worse. He started yelling at everyone, and even hurt some of us at one point. His physical condition deteriorated along with his mental state. He threw up blood and his bones became brittle. No matter how much medicine from the underground broker he took, none of it worked. On November 20th last year, Colin finally lost his mind and attacked everyone. At that time, Vivian quickly dragged me away as I was about to bring lunch to Colin and sounded the alarm. Vivian and Abigail immediately put on protective suits and came to stop Colin. We managed to tie Colin up in the end. Colin desperately tried to break free from the ropes while Ivan yelled at him to calm down while pointing a gun at his head. I will never forget that brief moment when Colin regained his remaining sanity and shouted at Ivan, "Do it." The first time Ivan trembled and couldn't pull the trigger. Do it. The second time, Colin broke free from the ropes, rushed at Ivan, grabbed Ivan's hand, and pulled the trigger himself, ending his own life. Bang. When the gunshot rang out, Vivian's hand gripped my shoulders and turned my body away from Ivan so I couldn't see what was happening. That was the first time I had encountered something like this. Someone choosing to end their life in front of me because of LULdog, and in such a tragic way. Because of Vivian, I didn't see the horrific scene when Colin died. But every time I heard a gunshot, I couldn't help but subconsciously imagine how desperate Colin must have been when he died. Collapse radiation was terrifying and people got sick from it. Who got sick from it were also dangerous. That's the first thing Colin's death taught me. They say a man is not truly dead as long as he remains in the hearts of others. That's the second thing Ivan and everyone taught me during the memorial ceremony. I asked Vivian if everyone would remember me like this if I died. Vivian scolded me and said I shouldn't think of such things. She would never let that happen, at least while she was around. Vivian then told me that no matter what happened, people should do their best to live. It was shameful to throw your life away unless you had no choice like Colin. Mayling, remember this. If you give up your life, you failed everyone who tried to keep you alive. Vivian's expression was very serious, and there was a hint of deep sadness in it. After the memorial ceremony, everyone continued planning the upcoming festival together. Ivan and Vivian's usual bickering lightened the mood and made me, who was immersed in sadness, a bit happier. However, this world was not one that kept people happy forever. Everything felt like a top being spun. When the world was in a good mood, it spun in the right direction. But when it wasn't, I knew that everyone had bad luck sometimes. I knew that for everyone living in the contamination zone, each day might end up being their last. But I didn't understand why this had to happen to all of us. We were all gathered here, living and surviving in this small workshop called Hephaestus. We'd never hurt anyone and had done everything we could to avoid harm. So why did a disaster like this have to happen to us? If someone had to die so that others could live, it should have been me. The Viagers arrived outside just as I was teaching Vivian how to make metal flowers, and then everyone started running. I even told everyone to hide quickly, while Vivian covered my eyes and mouth. Unable to utter a word or see anything, I could only hear the cacophony and Vivian's stern commands. Mayling, close your eyes and don't say anything. We're going to a safe place. Is it the Viagers? We need to hide quick. My words didn't come out clearly, and Vivian patted my head before she led me towards the warehouse with her warm hands that smelled slightly of machine oil. Everyone, hide quickly. Damn, they're almost inside. The sound of someone slamming into the door grew louder, and everyone's footsteps blended together in a chaotic mess. I couldn't understand what was happening at the time. I only knew something terrible was about to happen. It wasn't until we entered the warehouse that Vivian allowed me to open my eyes. I was taken behind a large machine with a thick black curtain in front. Even now, I can still remember every word Vivian said. Don't make a sound, got it? She put her finger on her lips and went, shh. I nodded nervously. Don't worry, everyone will do their best to hide. Just as I was about to ask, Vivian gave another order. No talking. If you really need to say something, bite the red scarf around your neck. Her expression was very serious, so I nodded. Vivian sighed in relief, but suddenly her head perked up, like she had made up her mind. She grabbed some rope from the storage unit, tied me up tightly, secured the rope to an iron pillar, and stuffed her red scarf into my mouth. At this point, it didn't matter whether I wanted to ask questions or say anything else. All I could make were faint "oomph" sounds. Vivian gave me one last worried look, got up and lifted the black curtain. I'm going to hide somewhere else. Back then, I didn't know if the world was headed in the right direction, but the Viagers definitely dragged it all into the abyss. I couldn't see what was happening at the time. That dark, heavy curtain was like a blade, slicing the whole world in half. I was in the half that was alive, and I could only faintly hear the half that was dying scream aloud as it slid deep into a bottomless hell. Get out! Get out of here! It was Vivian's almost hysterical voice, followed by continuous gunfire and the shouts of Viagers. Everyone was fighting those Viager bandits, and finally a voice reached my ears along with a huge explosion. Doesn't seem like she was tied to a pole, but she was like hidden behind, what was it? Yeah, she was just hidden behind a curtain, but she's not like tied to anything. Otherwise, how would she get out after this? But yeah, they're fighting Viagers. Everyone's fighting those Viager bandits, and finally a voice reached my ears along with a huge explosion. As if I'll let you. Go to hell. A bright light that even the black curtain couldn't block suddenly rose in Hephaestus and disappeared in an instant. It was followed by the sound of the building collapsing, and after who knows how long, everything was silent. Oh, she was tied and gagged by Vivian to keep her safe. Okay, that makes a little bit more sense. A minute went by and Vivian still hadn't come. Half an hour passed and Vivian still wasn't here. Vivian, she must have taken the injured to get bandaged first. As long as I kept waiting, she'd definitely come with everyone to find me. I couldn't help the time anymore. Everyone, they must be... I wanted to cry out loud, but I didn't have the strength to make a single sound. The tears just kept falling down my face, soaking into the red scarf Vivian gave me. The upside-down fortune character took my tiny gasp and my despair and shoved it all back into my heart and lungs. The ropes that bound me cut off any chance of movement. At that moment I realized it was already too late. Yes, it's already too late. Who was that? Who was talking? Was it Vivian? Did she bring everyone back here now that they were safe? But if it was Vivian, why hadn't everyone pulled back the curtain that lay in front of me? There was nobody in sight, just who was talking. I didn't know how long it had been, but the heavy black curtain that blocked everything was pulled open again by a pale hand. The person who opened the curtain had golden hair, golden eyes, and a voice as warm as the golden sun. A survivor? Oh, this must be Groza. She looked at me with a surprised expression, then called her companion over. Oh, so she was hiding here. She was a tea-doll named Groza, and she was gentle and elegant. The person she called over was her commander. The commander told me, who was still trembling, that the Viagers who attacked Hephaestus had been eliminated and asked me to come with them. The area around us had been destroyed by the Viagers, and it would be hard to survive if I stayed here. I could only survive if I went with them. Survive. The appearance of those two people had given me a new chance for survival. I had to make it up to them. Oh no, it's already been half an hour. I shouldn't be wasting time writing in my diary. Okay. I see. Oh. We're not gonna go through the rest of this. I think what I want to do with the rest of this for journal entries anyway, I think I want to make these into a video. That way I can focus a little bit more on the reading and the voice acting. If you guys enjoy that kind of stuff, I'm more than happy to do like a reading ASMR kind of thing. But I don't think we should do it for stream. Doing it for stream, while I don't mind, I just feel like it'd be easier to like chop this up into like multiple videos so that you can, what do you call it? So that you can take your time to take it in. I also want to do a little bit better job with the voice acting, even though it's just literally journals. Okay, so it literally goes, it's literally prefaced by each one of these. Okay, we're gonna skip these for now. I'm gonna try to find time to do the readings for this. But holy crap, this is like long. I think it's almost as long as the memories that we're doing. Darn Viagra is always messing everything up, don't they? Don't they? Not only did they kill Coffee's unit, they also killed Mayling's workshop friends, workshop family, whatever you want to call it. I'm assuming her parents are gone by now, so she works and lives with those workshop people. So she lost that too, and I guess that's where she got her mechanic skills from. But yeah, anyway. So the memories that we looked through, the literal drunken episode for Mayling, that was not her past. The real past is in the journal. And if you want to get the story on any doll, I guess read the journals. So if we're doing, I guess in the future, when we have time in between events and story, I think for the journals, I want to do those as videos when I have time. The dusty memories, back up. The dusty memories, these are the ones that we can do on stream, because it's not just literal words on the screen, and you can actually see the dolls and who's doing what. So yeah. The trauma though, one second you're living in a community, the next you an overworked solo engineer. But the thing is, she is overworking herself on purpose to pay back the commander for taking her in. I think that's basically what her motivation is. But at the same time, she's what do you call this? She's like, so much overtime, 187 days of overtime. I need a vacation, kind of thing. So she can still complain. Not that she doesn't have a right to complain, but she can still complain. It's just funny, right? She clearly has this motivation, but she needs rest too. What would she have to go back to? Everyone's dead. I don't know. I feel like if she goes back to where she came from, maybe she would go back there to pick up some mementos that may have been left behind. But honestly, the only memento she needs is that scarf that I'm assuming she brought with her. Is what I'm getting here. Which I'm assuming it's not this scarf. I think this is something else, unless it is this scarf that she has on. But it's not ugly. This scarf looks fine. It's not the ugly Christmas scarf. Let's see. She works and drinks to forget. Well, I think the drinking's not to forget. That is literally coping with the workload. That's got nothing to do with the forgetting. I don't think she wants to forget. Is that a healthier way to cope than coffee's killing spree? Drinking is not, well, over drinking is not healthy in any context. Is it healthier in general than Coffee's killing spree? Probably. Probably. At least for me anyway, I think it's a little bit better. Because I mean, Coffee loses control when she sees a Viager and just wants to outright murder them. Mayling, on the other hand, this is her coping with work, and not healthy, but you know, there are ways to help with that. That's a little bit easier than seething rage, personally. The Shiroko scarf, yeah. Too bad. It's too. I guess we don't know if this is actually a Shiroko scarf, but it would be funny if it was, though. Memories are better for stream. Journals just reading assignments from school all over again. It really is. It really is. But if you think about it, though, all the journals are where the actual past is. That is where you get the actual lore. Not that some of the memories don't have actual lore. I'm sure they do. Because literally one of the... I think this first one... Hold on. Like, I think literally this first Dusty memory, this one, is when Sharkery and Vepley are still doing their idol thing. So that's lore. That's technically still lore. But there's little nitty-gritty pieces of other lore in the journal. That's just, holy crap, too wordy. Too wordy for stream. So yeah. I'll take my time as best as I can. I don't know what to use for the background music. I feel like I should use this background music, but I also feel like this isn't the best background music. But there's not a whole lot I can use. There's not a whole lot I can use for background music for this game, unless I literally take from, let's say, Blue Archive. I think you're actually able to take Blue Archive background music and use it for other things. But it wouldn't be for Blue Archive. It would be for Girls Frontline too. So I don't know if it's if that's fair game. We'll see if YouTube strikes me down when I do that. Take from Girls Frontline 1 background music. I could do that too. There's at least more background music there. Oh, you know what I should do? I should check out NeuroCloud background music. I think there's some there also, but I literally have no idea what any of those sound like. So yeah, I'm gonna have to get a playlist of background musics and listen to them and see which ones I can use. Dusty Memories are the most old CN events. Wait, are there actually CN events? Were they actually events? And they just kind of just shoved them into the archive, never to be seen again? Is that what they are? Because that's a little weird if they did it like that. Okay, so we'll never see them as events then. We'll probably actually never see those events, and we'll probably just see them as it's like it's your own thing to go through them. Interesting. But we're clearly getting some stuff as events. Hold up, let me see. I know that I have notes here on which one is which. Which one is the Dusty Journal? Crap, not this one. Dusty Memories. Is there there's got to be a thing for Dusty Memories. I don't have my cheat sheet for which Dusty Memory is which. I have one for the Dusty Journal, but not the Dusty Memories. We also got the Maki Memory, which is told of how Maki and Springfield met. Yeah, I would have expected that to be an event, but no, I guess it's not. Alright. Anyway, I think we do have an actual event next week. So let's keep an eye on that for Girls Frontline 2 and see also if we... There's gotta be a way to do it. I also gotta edit the video so that it's not like tiny little words on stream. Not stream, on video. Ryuki is confused. Tactician is confused. I'm confused. What's going on? Anyway, that's gonna do it for me today, guys. Well, what happened? Did YouTube crap out? Did YouTube crap out? OBS didn't do anything. I have like 0 drop frames in OBS, so if there's anything that happened, it's that's a YouTube thing. I glitched for a second. YouTube, please. YouTube, please. All right, that's gonna do it for me today, guys. Thank you for hanging out. I will be back in a couple of days to do Blue Archive, which actually does have an event going on right now, and we'll be back with more Girls Frontline 2 next week, as well as other things. See you, everyone. Have a good rest of your day. Bye bye.